So Capricorn rising, the lunar eclipse is bringing something your way that's like forcing you to like just pump it down. We're on this learning journey just like many of you might be. Think of us as your curious companions as we stumble, learn, and hopefully gain some genuine insights.
So, if you're curious about your birth chart, wondering what the tarot card really means, or just looking for some relatable company on your spiritual learning path, then Stars and Shuffles is for you. Get ready to explore the universe within and around us.
So Capricorn rising. So the lunar eclipse is going to be focused on your ninth house. So that's the house of travel, education, publishing, religion, astrology, and philosophy. So something is pushing you to let go of, it may be that education wise, like maybe there's certain classes that are not working for you. Maybe there's certain like programs where you're realizing, you know what, this isn't really aligned with like my long-term goals. I'm kind of not gonna, be involved with that. Or it may be that, you have some like study habits, like certain self habits that are, preventing you from like fully grasping the knowledge or whatnot. There's going to be travel, like, it could also be travel related where certain trips just, aren't meant to be, kind of let that go. Or if you are traveling a lot, this is time where it's like, hey, you got to kind of tone it down in that regard. So it's going to be something related where you have to let go of something in association with, that travel, education, publishing beliefs is
Like,
another one,
get over here.
your belief system.
Wrong direction.
So are there maybe certain self-beliefs you have that aren't really corresponding with you anymore and who you are as a person? That can also be something else.
I like this. That connects so much too. So for the lunar eclipse, we pulled what's it telling me to let go of, but just kind of like the lunar eclipse, almost rest.
So it's telling you to rest. It's
which,
interesting because also travel,
and we literally pulled the Four of Swords in the September spread to begin with.
Yeah.
Reverse, but this time is upright. So it's telling you to rest.
Yeah.
So that is what the Four of Swords is. It's kind of like,
the lunar eclipse is bringing something your way that's like forcing you to like just pump it down, like rest it up. It's your time to like, it's okay to just take a break.
Yeah, because if you're familiar with the Three of Swords at all, if you're familiar with, the Three of Swords is a heart with three swords stabbing it.
Whoa.
So it's a very, very powerful card. And so the Four of Cards comes right next. And so it's like, for tarot, then how they read them is something probably jarring just happened for you. And so when you talk about like travel or all these other things, it is now lunar eclipse coming in and saying it's time to rest.
Yeah.
Sit down. But you're going to be able to rest. Whereas if it was reversed, you might be like struggling to let something go.
Yeah.
But since it's upright, we're resting. It's like at its core, like we just went through something. We just did stuff. It's rest. Solar eclipse is just bringing in let go. And that's what lunar eclipses are, to let go anyway. So
yeah. And in terms of what is coming into your life with the solar eclipse, that is your third house of communication, daily rituals. We're talking more like sibling relationships. So the solar eclipse is bringing events to help, strengthen your communication skills. And I'm not saying like, I don't know, opportunities are going to come and all of a sudden you're going to like be super awesome at communicating. It's going to be something that pushes you in that direction of thinking of, I need to really, study up and refine my skills on how I communicate either with people or communicate, my message with certain projects, just communication in general. Or it may also be that, my communication, like keeping an open line of communication with people and, checking in on people. It could be that too. So you're going to be facing situations to like push you in that direction along with maybe, improving like your daily rituals. What do you do to like take care of yourself, that self-care aspect, right? Um, and also like maybe there's something that's bringing you, closer with your siblings, or maybe you're realizing, man, I kind of need to, put some boundaries with my siblings. It all
Mhm.
depends on like at least with your, your sibling dynamics, what that is, and then also like what you're doing to like, day to day
Mhm.
take care of yourself. And then just communication's the big one. Right?
Yeah.
That's like the key one that you're going to really try to, refine your communication skills. And so there's going to be events happening
Mhm.
that are pushing you to really think about how is it that I'm, communicating with the world around me.
Yeah, and that follows in line with what we pulled for tarot for solar. Our justice is the
Hmm.
justice is your like
Yeah,
card
that's my
too.
personality
So,
card.
but justice is also an air card, and so communication
Oh, okay.
super in line with that. So the
Yeah.
communication side of it, but justice, one of like to me a very straightforward card, like
Hmm.
that balance, a harmony, the making sure we're not giving
Spending
more
one
than we're
way.
taking, we're not,
Yeah.
things like that. And so when you start talking about like finding that balance with like friends, family, or siblings, even you were talking
Yeah.
about there. And so that is kind of like that justice, making sure that it's serving you right now. And so that's what the solar card's going to bring. It's going to bring you back kind of into harmony, I think, a little bit with the solar
Yeah.
eclipse, getting our justice and finding a
Yeah.
way to kind of balance properly again.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
kind of maybe even, staying objective. It
Hmm.
could be that, the
Yep.
circumstance is whatever the solar eclipse is bringing during that time. It may be that something goes like really wrong in how you communicated something, so you have to kind of be objective, right? And take ownership of, oh man, like I definitely, could have worded that differently, or I could have asked more questions to figure out what was triggering that person before me
Hmm.
myself just talking.
Yep, that's what facts over feelings
Yep,
is a key key
exactly.
word for it, which is exactly what you're saying there. And so it kind of is interesting. So our 8 of Wands,
Mhm.
wands are fire, so that drive, that passion is kind of
Yeah.
where our wands will come from. And our 8 is speed, movement, expansion, travel, exciting news. So it's actually a really positive card.
Yeah.
It's welcoming new energies kind of into your life, having that fire. And so
Yeah.
I'd say the skill that you're needing to get through this month is really a passion, like some
Yeah.
excitement. Like I know we're gonna have to rest in our lunar eclipse and then find some justice, but moving into it with like um
Like I wanna get better, you
mhm,
know?
yeah, the
Like
drive.
yeah, yeah, like
Yeah.
I wanna improve my relationship with my siblings. I wanna, like, get better at communicating with people. How do I do that? And, like, having that drive to do that research and, like, really build that skill set.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's a skill you're gonna need going into it. So I
Yeah.
think our Capricorns definitely fared better than our Taurus because they were getting some rest. But
Yeah.
I think really, the lunar and solar eclipse is going to help them find that harmony a little bit more in their
Yeah,
life, and so it's just how they take it a little bit.
absolutely.
Hmm.